Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today I have my very first mousepad review. This is a mousepad that was sent out to me by the people at Eve. As a disclaimer, I did not pay for this. They asked me in an email, hey, do you want to try this out? I said, sure, why not? I did tell them I don't know much about mousepads, but they sent it out anyways. So thank you to them for that. Second disclaimer, I do not know jack about mousepads. So whatever I say in this review, you should definitely take with a grain of salt or take it from a point of view of a complete noob when it comes to mousepads. So with that being said, let's get started with the first impression slash review, I guess. Okay, so for a little context, the mousepad I was using before this and my main was the Esports Tiger Ling Yun mousepad, I believe it's called. And honestly, I got it mainly for the design and how it matched up with my Zowie mouse bungee. Before that, I was using, and I still have, the HyperX Fury S, the big one. Moving on to the Eve mousepad. So I've been using this mousepad consistently since I got it. So I think it's been about 2 weeks so far. And there has been no fraying in the stitching. And the stitching is actually very, very nice, very smooth. It doesn't irritate my arm or anything. And I usually do play with a sleeve, a gaming sleeve, but I don't really think I need it with this one. The rougher pads really irritate my forearm, but this one's been pretty decent actually. I think technically this is a Cordura, I don't know how you say it, pad. But to me, I don't know the difference. It seems like a regular mouse pad to me. So there's that. Another note about the stitching is that it's fairly flush with the surface. If anything, has a slight raised edge. For now, I'm using the G Pro Superlight. The only problems I've had was up and down. I use a slow sensitivity, so the big swipes are great. The only issue again is the up and down movements, which I do run out of space, and you do eventually and sometimes catch on the top and bottoms, at least for me. Other than that, the stitching is actually really good, and it has held up for over 2 weeks now, so that is impressive. So like I said before, the sizing of this is just a tad bit too short for me. The one that Eve sent over is a 900 by 350 millimeters. It is a little bit too narrow, too short for me. Side to side is pretty much perfect though, so I have no complaint there. As for the base, it is super grippy, I would say. It feels very nice. It does not slide around on my desk whatsoever, and I use an IKEA desk, which is very smooth. This stays in place the entire time I'm playing, even during very intense gaming sessions. I have no complaints there whatsoever. As far as being OEM, I have no clue. I have no idea if this is just a, cut, copy, and paste of every other mouse pad out there that you get on Amazon for cheap. But no issues, no complaints with the base so far. Very, very sticky, will not move around whatsoever. So that is definitely a big plus in my book. So out of the box, the mousepad actually rolled out and laid pretty flat. The only issues I had were at the very ends, which there's still somewhat of a little bubble going on, but it's definitely not something that affects me while I play. Okay, so let's talk about the surface. Now, as far as if it's a slow or speed pad, I have no clue. I really am not the one to say. Compared to my Esports Tiger, I would say it's pretty similar in terms of glide. On this G Pro, I have core pads, the version 1. The glide on here is actually very, very nice. I don't know how well you can see that. So it slides really well, and it's the same on my Esports. I'd say it's very similar. If I had to guess, and I could be completely wrong, I would say that this is possibly a good in-between of a speed and control pad. Right in the middle. It's not too fast, it's not too slow. I actually, when I first used it, I did not want to give up my Esports Tiger pad because I liked the design of it, but in terms of performance and how it felt, I really liked the surface and how smooth it was compared to the Esports Tiger. It's not bad. This is not a bad mouse pad whatsoever. I love it. I do like, though, the bigger mouse pads that take up a bigger portion of my desk. And while this is still a little bit too short for me, I actually prefer the glide and surface of this mouse pad as opposed to my Esports Tiger. So I have been maining this for the past 2 weeks. Surprisingly, I thought I wouldn't like this, but it hasn't left my desk yet. And I may even end up getting the biggest size that Eve offers from their website. Now, as far as humidity and how it's affected by that, my room is always kept around 77 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's fairly cool in here. I do live in Florida. We do have a lot of humidity over here, but if I am being affected by humidity, I have no clue, to be honest. So all in all, I was actually very impressed by this mouse pad. I really wasn't expecting much, mostly because I don't know much about mouse pads, but I was fully expecting to just put it right back in its box after using it and just staying with my Esports Tiger mouse pad. But like I said, I've been using it since the day I got it, and I love the glide. I love the feel of it. I love the stitching around. The rubber base is solid, does not move at all. The size is a little bit shorter for me, but there are different sizes available on the Eve website. So if you do want to try this one out, I have the 900 by 350 by 3mm version, which costs $39.99 here in the United States. Again, I'm very impressed, and I want to thank Eve for sending this out to me to review and give my first impressions on it. So thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.